Clips. Alrighty, YouTubes, another one of Kips Clips. Wow, man, it's 7:10 Saturday morning. The sun is shining. I have to close my curtains, unfortunately, so I can actually see what I'm doing here. But anywho, onwards and upwards. And onwards and upwards with Britain's first Dad's Army. Now, that's all my own creation. Although, I'm going to show you the Channel 4 clip where they kind of frame them as Dad's Army as they roll around in their like little uniforms and play soldiers like 12-year-old kids in the woods. Well, they're not really. But anywho, I digress. And that's the mentality the puppet masters behind these morons play to. You know, and this goes for not only your characters engaged in Britain First, but all your online morons. All your online morons think they're Jason Bourne. They think they're some sort of they think they're some sort of a hacker. You know, that's the narrative Anonymous played to as well, you know. Making you feel important. To engage you as a dumbass fucking foot soldier to fucking do the stupid stuff that the puppet master would never do. Anyway, I digress. So let's have a wee look at Britain First's Dad's Army. Now remember, freedom of speech is dead. This is one of these idiots, fucking trained buffoons. Now, obviously, you can't criticise this guy because he's in the armed forces, you know. Everybody in the armed forces is untouchable in these guys' eyes. Well, the ones that support their cause anyway. You know, if you support Britain First's cause, and you're in the armed forces, then you can't criticise them for being buffoons because you're bad. Something like that. I think it's like that. You know, freedom of speech though. But not freedom of speech. No, but traitor. Freedom of speech for traitor. You should be hung for speaking out against members of the armed forces, even though they're buffoons, as a traitor. But freedom of speech. Get it? Got it? Good. I know it doesn't make sense.
Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip!
Right. Now they start getting worried about his sign. Look at his sign starting falling apart. It's as limp as Golden's dick.
He's been with Britain First for a few months now. We've been looking after him.
Yous have been looking after him. Has Britain First been looking after this veteran the same way the Knights Templar has been looking after Jada? In their recent interview.
And he's now delivering his 50,000 strong petition.
50,000 strong petition.
To the gates of Downing Street. He was refused access.
He was refused access as he's getting access. You got that?
To enter the grounds and deliver it to 10 Downing Street itself.
The Prime Minister wouldn't want to speak to him or Brian Harvey today, and that's a conspiracy. You know, I think the Prime Minister should be able to just talk to anybody that rocks up and goes, start slabbering over the fucking 10 Downing Street pavement and go, I speak to the Prime Minister, I'm going to fucking do this. I think the Prime Minister should speak to them all. Hold on, the Prime Minister wouldn't have anything else to do other than speak to windy lickers, but hey ho, just a different perspective. Death of democracy, the death of freedom of speech. This is the death of freedom of speech. Like, watch this.
So he's now delivering it to the gates.
And his sign is now falling apart, like the movement he's a part of. Mate, your sign's a bit floppy there. Mate, mental note to windy lickers. Next time you're making a sign, don't make it out of A4 paper. A4 paper tends to bend very easily. See here in Britain, you guys wouldn't know this because you stay in a different planet, right? But in Britain, and this is a message to Britain first, see here in Britain, Britain first, we've got such a thing called wind. And then when this wind interacts with A4 paper, put on a bit of fucking, looks like you smashed somebody's window up. Somebody's windowsill. When you put a bit of A4 paper on somebody's windowsill, it's gonna sway in the wind like the flag on the moon. Because we never went to the moon. But no, the fucking sign. The sign is all important. Like, remember, democracy's dead. No freedom of speech. Here, mate. Fuck's sake, if I was drunk enough, I'd shag your sign.
As you can see, his sign.
As you can see, the sign's giving birth right now.
Is a bit battered and bruised and coming apart, but that's because he's been walking down the A1M from Lincoln to London, sleeping on the side of the motorway in a tent.
Ooh,
when he was
get your violins out
by the local police.
Right, I love the way they spin their fucking dad's army. Fucking, we're a bunch of windy liquor bullshit. Right, let's watch this bit. This bit's
They're
really
a
funny.
hardline, far-right group provoking Muslim communities across Britain. Tonight, Porrick O'Brien takes you inside
this walkie-talkie to keep us informed about the operations and where they're hit the headlines. Britain firsts across the country.
If he's not here,
Muslim leaders have called
Right.
ETA 1 minute.
Now, if you can't see the loyalist connections now and the paramilitary fucking like tang to this mob, then you're not paying attention. Right? They bounce about in Land Rovers with walkie-talkies, all with berets on, fucking acting like they're in Dad's army, man. It's hilarious.
The drama mounting. It's all getting suitably
Wait till you see
menacing.
this. This is fucking. This will make you piss your pants.
Then, at high speed,
here, get this.
Oh.
Okay, I know, get in there.
they drive straight into a car park barrier, taking it clean off its concrete pillars.
Look, we see them all come out in their wee uniforms. Their wee fascist uniforms, man. I mean, look. Calm down, calm down, calm down. I know they're no scousers, but I'm going to use that analogy. Don't film this, we look like clowns.
A far-right Dad's army hitting the buffers is, of course, a bit funny. But it's simple.
See, a far right Dad's army, man. See, that's where I stole that from. But don't tell anybody that's my original. There's Britain, and I've also experienced Britain First's fucking Dad's army, troll army, in the form of Stephen Cowie. That's Stevie Cowie. Stevie Cowie, COWEE. Put the name into my channel and my BitChute. You'll get all the fucking information there. And his attempt of his attempt of intimidation directly on me, and Tommy Robinson's right hand man, Danny Tomo, phoned me on the Skypes telling me how much he loves me. I love you too, Danny. And so this is my interaction with these mobs, Dad's army, fucking. And listen, this is what they are. They're a bunch of fools. It's the dregs. It's the hardcore dregs left over from the BMP back in the 90s that have managed to fucking gain traction through some populist rhetoric bullshit on the interwebs, and they're all out there spunking over each other how much fucking traction they can make. Listen to wee Joe Owens, read between the lines. He's out there like, see everything that's happening, we need to capitalise. Right? And I mean, you see all these people that are, and fair play to them, man. They're all, at least Joe Owens pretty much puts his swastika on his sleeve, you know. It's these people that hide behind all these bullcrap fucking causes. But behind that, you can see there's a coordinated effort for all these individuals to mobilise different demographics into one cause. Wee tiny Tommy was out there the other day going, Zikal, let's leave the European Union so we can join the European forces together in one big fascist megasaur. Oh wow, man, that sun. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, I say. It's alright. Boo 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 boo. Little fascist, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little fascist, it's been a long time since you've been along. Here comes the dongs, doo 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 doo. Here comes the dongs, I say, it's alright, do 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 do. Little fascists, it's anyway, you get the point. These people have just been out there fucking hibernating, and now they're fucking multiplying, and like the WWF shit will go, you know, the same way that Alex Jones really fell out with Joe Rogan. That these people don't like each other the same way, and they're quite happy to use any demographic, and that demographic includes Jews, it includes gays, it includes every fucking demographic that they kind of oppose, and that once they're in power they'll put the fucking clap down on. People don't even know what they're voting for. Hey, Milo, love you. You better fucking emigrate to fucking, I don't know, if these bastards get through. Milo will be up in the echelonces. Anyway, I digress. So there's the Dad's Army of Britain First. Their signs are falling apart. Their movement's falling apart. Jada's getting jailed and she can't understand why. Hen, you're breaking bail conditions. That's the clue. See those bail conditions that you signed for? I mean, people are so stupid. People are so stupid. They can't understand that Jada's getting prosecuted for breaking bail conditions. They listen to the rhetoric, and then again strip these people back, and you know who they are. So don't fall for Britain First Dad's Army. Don't even fall for their fucking implied intimidation shit online. See, if they start doing that shit, go straight to the cops, man. Start bagging and tagging it all. Listen, they ain't got the fucking numbers, never mind the brains, to actually even genuinely intimidate anybody, you know? There are a bunch of fucking brainless wallopers that are wound up by fucking religious extremists who know they're using fucking a bunch of wallopers, because these are the only ones that are dumb enough to fucking carry out their dumbass orders. Look at the state of them. Let's have a wee fucking shifty. Play us out.
Symbolic as well. In the car park of politics, the British public never seem to let the far right find a space.
No surrender on the Land Rover. Now, I like, for the uneducated people, that's just a word on a fucking car. But for people who know what that means, shows you where their loyalty is, right? And look, listen, I have no problem with fucking people who subscribe to the loyalist cause. That's your fucking choice, and batter in. It's just not the way it's not the fucking the cause I subscribe to. But to hide behind freedom of speech, to hide behind all the bullshit stuff that they do, and then to bounce about throwing up these fucking gang signs, they're obviously not about freedom of speech. They're obviously coming from a political slant. And then when you go and look into the founder of this fucking people, Jim Dawson, ex-Orangeman, an extreme Orangeman at that, so extreme that he fucking fractured from the Orange movement, the Orange Order, when this peace movement came about, to go into the more extreme Protestant loyalist clique, clan, of the peace movement isn't about peace, and he's still parroting that rhetoric to this day. And look, listen, I'm not telling you it is or it isn't, or that his claim is true or untrue. You make up your own mind. But I'm telling you, these are the people and the motivations behind these movements. And then, if you understand that, you'll be able to see these movements a wee bit more clearer, and you'll be able to make your mind up a wee bit more clearer, rather than falling for the facade, right? Because there's a facade, but in front of the facade, in front of the facade. Any clever cunt with bagfuls of cash that want to spread their fucking political fucking will, they hide behind a good few levels. Plausible deniability and all that jazz. Anyway, no fucking surrender to, like, listen. It tells you.
Face. After the car park to the house of radical preacher Anjem Chowdhury, then to the home of Islamist radical Abu Izzuddin.
And I mean, they're going around shouting at fucking horrible cunts. Who can disagree with that? But then when you understand they're using these events as PR stunts to indoctrinate and fucking mobilise and to interact with people. You know, you don't know nothing about this shit. And then you hear what he's up to. Oh, we're shouting at really horrible cunts. Oh, I'm fucking man. I like shouting at horrible cunts too. I like shouting at horrible cunts. That's how they indoctrinated me. And when you're there shouting at horrible cunts, before you know it, you're fucking Zeke Allen and Butchmark. What do you call the fucking Nazi march? Frog marching? Boot marching? I don't know. Whatever. Answers below. You're doing that and you don't even understand it. Anyway, I've rabbited on far too long. Remember, here comes the sun. Doo -doo -doo -doo. Saturday fucking morning, man, in Scotland. Check it out. Have a good weekend, y'all. I know I'm going to. Here comes the sun. Remember, what I do here is digital basking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job you will find value in what I do and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below, fuck's sake. Use your spare change in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And I've lost my flow and I'm good to go. Thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Alrighty, boob shibs. Thanks for listening. Cheers. Clips, clips.